Hello, this is Kevin Coburn, Intuitive Medium Tarot Card Reader. It's been a bit since I've been on, so we're going to do four messages today. So there'll be a message um, from four different decks. So I've got four different tarot decks. Deck one will be the Morgan Greer Tarot. Deck two is the Mythic Tarot. Deck three is your more traditional Waite Smith. And number four is the Light Seers Tarot. So one, two, three, four accordingly. So whatever number you're drawn to or deck, I'll say number one, here's the Morgan Greer, and so forth. So that's how we're going to play it. Um, I've already been shuffling, but let's do another mini shuffle here. All right, so this is for card one, deck one, the Morgan Greer Tarot. The message for these folks who picked this are Ah, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. So this is saying to me that, you kind of backed yourself into a corner, but you've done it of your own volition. You've done it yourself. And I feel like it's unnecessary overthinking at times is what's done it. Um, but anyways, to get out of this situation, I think you just need to remove the blinders. Um, and once that you just take back your power, I feel like that's a big thing here. Take back your power and make the decision to go with your own resolve. Don't get weighed down by how other people's opinions have put you in this spot. It's time to break free from that. So that's card one, deck one. Card two is from the Mythic Tarot. Mythic Tarot. Here we go. Message for those who pick. Oh, here it is. Couldn't be any quicker than that. Okay. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Your message is dang, you've got a lot of choices in front of you today, right now, this period, this week especially. And I feel like each decision is a good one in its own right, but it may take you where you don't want to go. So the advice here is to think cautiously, decide cautiously, because some of these decisions that'll be before you are going to be more tempting on the emotional level, and you'll want to go with that. But it's time to try and keep that in check as much as you can and think logically, because you don't want it to end up uh, being the wrong decision. But just trust yourself and be logical. There you go. Hard thing to do sometimes. All right, here's deck three, the Waite Smith. The Waite Smith deck. All right, the message for these people today is which card? Whoop. Okay, they want me to stop shuffling and just pick this card. All right. Wow. Another swords card, just like the first one. The Ten of Swords. Okay, this situation is like, things look grim. Things certainly have played themselves out, and uh, if nothing else, you've learned an incredible lot from this lesson. But it's now the time is to keep that hope alive, because the sun is rising. It's going to be fine. It's a lesson well learned. Let's put it that way. So, despite the downs, there's been several downs of this last period here. Um, and sometimes they even hurt. I feel like it's been people that have been like not as trustworthy as you'd like. So it feels like all that crap could be going on in the background, but you've learned from it. You've learned, okay, this is who I can trust moving forward, and it'll be a lesson well learned. All right, last card, last deck. Last card is number four, and this deck is the Light. Okay, the Light Seers Tarot, and that card just flew out. Okay, wow, lots of sword energy. So a lot of people are overthinking here. The Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords. So this is telling me that you're still in the throes of this incident, this phase that's ended on a much on a bad note in some aspects, in many aspects actually. Yes, there's a time to grieve, but there's also a time to move on. And I feel right now you're in that period where it's ending, it's ending, and yes, you can wallow in your grief. You've got to experience that emotion and so forth, but you can't stay in that mindset. As tough as it may be, grieve for the situation, um, and pick yourself up by your bootstraps because you got to keep going. I feel like there's been one of these many bad things that have happened. I think one has turned out to be quite more positive than you had believed. So if you look back over the incidents, one of them could have been particularly ouchworthy. How do I want to say it? But now that you've had some time to digest it, or you will have time to digest it here real soon if you're not doing it now, you'll realize it was a blessing in disguise. So there you go. Hope those messages made sense. So lots of swords. So that means, yeah, a lot of air energy, air mental, air signs. So yeah, and I think it's all because of all the. If you watch this channel, you've seen many of the others that do all the astrological aspects and so forth of stuff that's going on. So this kind of like ties in with that. So don't overthink it. The message, the umbrella message for all, is don't overthink it to the point where you're wallowing in your grief, in your pain. Accept it, move on, choose wisely, and move on. There you go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.